Can you tell a little bit more history of how you joined Blue Tree and in Blue Tree in general?
A friend of mine contacted me, told me, okay, I know someone want to turn over a project in Phuket. Would you be interested to go? So boom, Phuket resonates straight in my brain as an excellent souvenir and a place that I really like. So I decided to join.
Blue Tree is important point. Everyone come here, so many, even including us. So what is the core of the business? It will be more commercial real estate or maybe something else?
A huge loss for us. It was a big structure, 19,000 square meter pool. To give you an example, we had 70 lifeguards.
Yeah, I remember that time. It's really big pressure for the operational. Yeah, I understand.
What is Blue Tree? And in fact, nobody could really define what is Blue Tree. So the first thing was to clarify the vision. What do we want to be?
Hi everyone, today we have another podcast, Serene Podcast, and I'm super excited today because we have a very, very interesting guest today. We have Christian Noret. It's CEO of Blue Tree, right?
Right, correct. Thank you.
Thank you for coming today because Blue Tree today is one of the key destinations in Phuket, especially in Bangtao area, and that's why I have so many questions to ask you, right? But first of all, I would like to ask you a little bit of introduction about yourself. Where you're from, how you came to Phuket. It's very, very important for us to know who stayed behind such an amazing place.
Okay, thank you, Oleg, for inviting me. So I'm Christian Noret. I come from France, southwest of France, exactly, a small town.
Southwest, okay.
Southwest, you see, between Bordeaux and Biarritz, there's a town called Dax.
Wow.
Famous for hot spring and rugby. So I have spent the first 25 years of my life over there, playing rugby, studying a little bit and partying a lot. And then after, I joined Club Med, which is an hospitality brand, an all-inclusive brand of resorts. And I did all my career in the hospitality industry. Starting as a golf...
You started in France or you started in
I started
in
in France, yes, as a golf instructor. Then I moved to Europe, in Switzerland, Italy, Spain, North Africa, Morocco, Senegal.
Wow.
Then I became general manager of the resort. I started in French Caribbean, in La Pointe aux Canonniers. And then after I moved to Australia for 1 year in the Whitsundays. After the Whitsundays, I was general manager in Corsica, French island, in a ski resort. And and Phuket. I moved to Phuket where I met my wife. We were married in Phuket. And after Phuket, I manage a resort in the Maldives.
You know, it's very interesting because I also came from the tourism industry, right? And I also have a little bit of experience. I have a Phuket and Greece, or Rhodes Island. But when I listen to you in my head, it's so interesting life when you have so many destinations. You have quite high vision for everything, very wide, right? Like you can compare. And what I feel happy is that most of the people who look all of the world around, right, they come back to Phuket in the end because it's one of the best places in the world, right?
I totally agree with you. It is
super balanced, right?
I've been a bit everywhere in the world, I would say, in the different parts of the world. And on top of that, the nationality we welcome at Club Med are very diverse. It's around 25 to 30 different nationality each week. So it's a kind of international melting pot and a very international vision of life.
So you're a lucky person. You live most of your life in warm countries, right? It's next to the sea, right?
Yes, that's correct. Most of the time. But after, when I met my wife, we decided to stop the resort, and then I joined the head office and headquarters. So I worked a couple of years in France, in Paris, as a HR director. Then I moved to Singapore for another couple of years in the marketing and product area. And then I was sent to China for 7 years to develop Club Med in China. So I was based in Shanghai. Then after, based in Sydney.
Super experience,
back to Phuket now.
So how do you manage all of these changes in all of these countries? Every country, it's like a new chapter, right? Like it's a new book. You need to understand how is the people think, different nationality, different culture, like is it for you, is it any skeleton of doing business everywhere, or how you adapt to it so fast?
I will say it's quite instinctive, in fact, because in the first part of my career in Club Med, when I was employee, I didn't have a responsibility, I met so many guests from different nationality, but I think you develop naturally a kind of natural, instinctive feeling of how to deal with the people, depending their nationality, their culture. So after, there are some rules. For example, in China, you know that to build the relation is most important first, and then after to talk business. So you have to spend some time in the restaurant and at the bar before creating a strong relation. So there are some specificity like that. But I would say most of the time it's really instinctive and.
But mainly it's like, I would say it's a soft skills, right? Because today it's one of the most important is have a soft skills. Like back then when I was a kid, everyone tell me, like the best what you can do, you need to have technical skill, you need to know how the machine works, engineering and stuff like this. Today is the world is like the one of the main keys for the young people. Let's say if they wanna have kind of your way, like travel around the world and work. It's a dream, right? Like for young people especially, you travel, see many countries and work, and feels like this skill is most important. That what we can suggest to them, right? Just trying to be open to people, and the energy will bring you in the right place, right?
It's exactly that. I didn't study much, I would say, in university or over. So everything I learned is on the field and in contact with people. And with managers that are mentors that also guide you. So for me, it's very important. And a resume is a resume where you have a qualification and things, but the most important is the person behind the resume. And this, when you are used to talk to people, when you are used to develop relation, it's something that you can appreciate.
Awesome. And how you get to Blue Tree? Because Blue Tree have deep. I know, like it's a little bit pre-story, because I remember. I don't remember 2017. I drive on this road and I see some construction going. What's going on there? And everyone told me, there will be the water park in Phuket, in Bang Tao. And all of the real estate agents around say, okay, let's increase our land prices because here will be the water park and stuff like this. But then we realize that it's become to be more. It's more like when you look at the layout, you see that the vision under it is much higher because a lot of commercial areas and it's place to make a people connected. Can you tell a little bit more history of how you joined Blue Tree and in Blue Tree in general?
I joined Blue Tree. I was based in Sydney. I was working still with Club Med, the same company for the last 30 years. And a friend of mine contacted me, told me, okay, I know someone that want to turn over a project in Phuket. Would you be interested to go? So boom, Phuket resonates straight in my brain as an excellent souvenir and a place that I really like. So I decided to join. And at that time, it was a bit a complicated situation because, as you know, Blue Tree opened just before in 2019, exactly, just before the COVID. So the project was not fully completed. There were these 2 years, a little bit keeping the place open, but without not much business. So I arrived over there to check the situation and to see how we can improve the things. So I joined Blue Tree for that and to develop further the project.
And so for right now, like there's, as far as I understand, it's a little bit transformed, right? Because as a business right now, it's very successful business, as we can see, because Blue Tree is important point. Everyone come here, so many, even including us, we have an office visit right now in Blue Tree, right? So many businesses coming and want to get some commercial space here, right? Can you tell a little bit more how it works right now? So what is the core of the business? It will be more commercial real estate, or maybe something else will be here new ones. How it works.
So, to summarize a bit, when I arrived, when I put the first foot in Blue Tree, my first reaction was, wow, such a huge place, a huge lagoon, a big thing. So, wow, that's a huge project. And then after working a bit more, I was wondering, but in fact, what it is.
Yeah.
And after I asked several people, different people around me, what is Blue Tree? And in fact, nobody could really define what is Blue Tree.
Yeah.
Is it a water park? There was a bit of water park, there was retail, there was a restaurant, some sports activity, etc. So there was not a real definition of what is a Blue Tree. So the first thing was to clarify the vision. What do we want to be? And in fact, at the very beginning, the vision of our owner was to create a community place where family can come, join, the kids play in some structure, the husband can play paddle or do some activities, while the wife can go to the beauty salon, have a coffee, etc. So it was really to gather the community around a destination.
Like a lifestyle center, right?
Like a lifestyle center. But this original vision has been a little bit lost. You know, sometimes when you start a project, there's a little bit of the scope is a little bit changing, and it arrived to a kind of water park being the central part of the project, which was not at all.
Which is more like tourist-oriented instead of locals, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I look at that and something obvious arrive.
Some conflict of concepts, right? Like
exactly, a conflict of concept. And the future of Phuket, I believe, as a resident, we know that there will be always tourists coming to Phuket, but the resident population is growing very fast. You have so many international schools, medical facilities. You have the population in Chengtale that will double in the next 3 years. Yeah. So the opportunity is with the resident. So, and it's the origin of the project. The origin was for the resident, because the owner was a resident and she didn't know really what to do sometimes in Phuket. So she wanted to create that hub for the community. Yeah. So we came back, in fact, to the origin, and it started by closing the water park. Yeah. Was on top of that, in terms of business, a huge loss for us. It was a big structure, 19,000 square meter pool. To give you an example, we had 70 lifeguards.
Yeah, I remember that time. It's really big pressure for the operational. Yeah, I understand. This is quite. It's very big machine, you know. Like and of course to make sure that it's always fully occupied. It needs to be really strong marketing as well.
Yes, strong marketing.
It's not that easy, right? Yeah.
And to be break even, you need 1,000 people average per day, 100,000 visitors. So when you do a little bit the math. And you see also the climate in Phuket, that we have a rainy season, and water park obviously is not the first destination when it's raining. It's an outdoor thing. So it couldn't work, really. Yeah.
And now there's some transformation, right?
Like, yes. Yeah. So the transformation consisted in first closing the water park, closing basically all the operation that we were doing by the past, operating restaurant, operating sports, team building, etc., and to become a landlord. The best landlord that we can find in Phuket, and developing this community hub to serve the visitors and the community. So we put in place a strategy to change the mixed tenant. So we ask the question to our tenants, what do you think we need to attract more footfall to Blue Tree? They told us we need a supermarket. Yeah. Boom. We went to Tops, negotiate, bam, and we have opened a supermarket in October. We need more restaurants. Boom. We have a few restaurants joining at the moment. Lucaccini, that has just opened. We'll have Hospitalisti Agia coming also with Parma by Mozza. We have more restaurants coming. So we are building, in fact, a destination where the resident can find everything in one stop. Services, wellness, sports facilities, restaurant, everything they need, supermarket, etc., in one place.
Kids activities most important also, right? Like so because we have trampoline park here, right? Like also some kids clubs as well. So many people. Of course, we have battles. It's one of the also main place why many people come here as well. You know, like. It's very interesting because I'm an entrepreneur in Phuket for so many years, and back then it was only tourism. And in tourism, it's one rules, right? Like in tourism, you have a season, and after season, everything drop down, and everyone in not survival, but in the really quiet mode. And then high season, peak season start, the business is fully loaded 24/7, right? But when we speak about resident business, right, for residents, it's very stable, like for everyone. And what I see right now is that Blue Tree catch really important momentum about the commercial infrastructure in Phuket, because so many entrepreneurs came here, they launching their business, to build something by themselves is quite expensive, and sometimes for many business not make any logics, right?
Yeah.
And stuff like this. And what we see right now is that looks like a commercial infrastructure in Phuket will grow even more. What do you think about it? How do you see it from Blue Tree perspective? Is it more and more businesses coming to you with requests, and now you can choose this tenant, welcome, this tenant, no, sorry, no, we're not interested. So is it you feel this demand, right?
Yes, we are in this already. And it's exactly that. At the start, the lifestyle village was not the core business of Blue Tree in 2019, 2020. So it was a little bit first come, first serve. Yeah. And we had some good brands and some brands that didn't really bring anything to the community. So we have operated this switch, being very selective in terms of brand. Bartels was, as you mentioned, the first mover, but was a really anchor tenant for us. And it's the way we have built the transformation of the lifestyle village. So I totally agree. And on top of that, we have a special place. The benefit of this place of not having been built like a community mall is that we have a lot of space. We have a big common areas. We have a lot of greenery, a lot of space.
A lot
of walkways and so on. So you don't find that when someone built a community mall. You want to have a lot of leasable square meter.
Yeah.
Us, we have only 10,000 square meter leasable.
Only 10,000, right?
Yeah, on 20 high.
Yeah.
So, and we have a lot of land behind. So what we want to do is to double the size of the lifestyle village and to continue to develop the lifestyle village until the paddle tennis, where we have here an over 20 high, but we can develop. So you will have a lifestyle village doubling the size, and on this new part of the lifestyle village, we will lease the land to business that want to build themselves their own structure with a very strong.
It's a behind the lagoon, right? Or which area exactly?
It's in fact the area that is a green field. Today we're mostly parking.
Okay.
That is between the entrance, the tree house, the entrance, to the paddle tennis on the right side.
On
this side, yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, it's very interesting because I can be one of your customers well for this, because it's very interesting to see, because this is what's also one of the trends right now, that both Avenue also doing this, is that they lease the land and then the businesses under the revision of you can build their business. That's very interesting to see. If let's say you need a customer, we can ask our subscribers if you're interested in something this. We will connect them to your team.
Sure. Yeah, with pleasure. Yeah, we would like to develop that area more as a wellness district, because there's already the paddle tennis. So we want to group a little bit all the sports related and well-being related activity over there to create a hub where you have everything about wellness. And we are trying also at the same time to relocate some tenants that are today in units that would be more relevant to be retail brand, big brands, etc., rather than a yoga studio, for example, or
I see. So you're separating by the zones, by the different purpose, right? Let's say here we have some, like almost all of the floor, it's real estate companies, right? So then on the ground floor, it's different like retail and cafes, immigration we have there, right? So that part will be more wellness, right?
Exactly.
And then in future, so allocation also can be like more for specified area, right?
Yes, the idea is to create clusters like that, and the clusters after, they nourish the business around on the same thing. So all of that is done to support, in fact, our tenants and to create more activity and generate more business. You know, Blue Tree, we are a place compared to other community mall or just a mall like Junxelon or Central.
Yeah.
There's not just one or two entrance. You can enter in Blue Tree from so many. It's like
so many places. Yeah.
a cheese, you know, Gruyere with the whole.
Yeah.
You have a different way. So it makes it a little bit difficult in terms of customer journey to for other business to benefit from a business itself because the client go and leave. So we have also tried to control the customer journey and the customer flow by closing some of the entrance, and like that we can orientate a little bit as a customer for the benefit of other shop.
I see.
In the
I see.
in
You
the
know, like
lifestyle village.
what I feel like. Of course, now it's with this a lot of developments around. You know, like we still have like traffic issues in Phuket, especially in this area. When it will finished, we don't know, like because it will be so many developments and stuff like this. And anyway, Phuket transformed from Paradise Island to the island with infrastructure, right? Yes. And in this case, same as any city in the world, people usually stay in their area, you know, like, but back then in Phuket was not enough infrastructure. So to take something, you need to go to Central or some another destination, right? And stuff like this. But if we speak about now, so like people can be connected in one zone, and that's what you're doing actually, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Very correct. Yeah.
Sounds good. Like we are also our group of company, right? We also sometimes, not sometimes, we are working on the projects with commercial real estate, right? And can you tell a little bit more about like what business opportunities you have around here in this area right now in a Blue Tree? Like if some entrepreneurs come to you, someone wanna have a retail space, someone wanna maybe make some collaboration business, some charity. I think also you're doing right and stuff like this. Can you tell a little bit more about opportunities for entrepreneurs?
So we have a big land. We have in total 140 rai. So we'll keep 40 rai to develop the lifestyle village, 20 existing and 20 more.
Yep.
And we want to sell land. So we are working at the moment in subdividing that huge plot of 90 rai in 6 plots with an average size of 10 rai and a big one of 30 rai. So yes, the idea here is to find developers that would like to buy the land and develop the community as the original vision of our owner, to have either condominium, villas, or so on. So we will have like that a captive clientele that can come by walking distance to the lifestyle village and to enjoy all the facility we have. So we believe it's going to be something that we're going to be a strong accelerator to the development of Blue Tree, and that will allow us also to continue ourselves to develop better the lifestyle village.
As far as I understand, you still will be like a master developer anyway, because you will confirm the concepts, right? It's have to be connected to you, right? Like you should prove the actual product that would be next to you, correct?
Exactly. It has to be complementary. The original idea remains the same, to be a community place, what we call it with our tagline now, the place to belong. Yeah. And we don't want to have any business that is not in line with this vision, in this strategy. So it won't be about high density construction. We will be very vigilant on also the sustainable development of the construction that can be there. So the type of project will be extremely important to us.
Yeah, of course. Like we discussed in previous topics, that anyway, we have some traffic issues for some period of time, right? And anyway, people will stay in one area, and that's why it will be super important to go out and find what they need, right? Like, and it's also good for residents who stay next to Blue Tree and so on, and can go around and get whenever they want. I would like to ask you also about, it's a exactly lifestyle community, right? Not like adding some more, I would say, let's say car wash or something like these services, because sometimes when I come here, I say, okay, I have to stay here. Maybe I need to put my car somewhere, and I go to do a business, and afterwards it's a clean, right, and stuff like this. Is it any ideas on terms of that kind of entrepreneurs who want to build infrastructure like this?
Yeah, it's totally. We get some inquiry last year or 2 years ago about this type of business. We are totally open with any business that can serve the community. So yeah, it's something that is totally possible. Yeah.
Yeah. But you work not only with Thai big companies, like you work with private individuals as well, right? Like
yes, yes. Because for example, the plot we will lease will be 500 square meter to 1,000 square meter in the extension of the lifestyle village. So it's really for I would say small business or private business. After, when we talk about 10 rai, 15 rai, of course, there are the big players that are interested to buy the land, like required.
I see. And like you, what is you have initial terms and conditions? Let's say it's usually in Phuket it's a 9-year lease for commercial property, and then after 9 years it's some restructure and something. Do you already have this condition, or it's just on negotiation right now?
Yes, we have a framework in terms of pricing, condition, etc., everything. And then after, of course, there's a discussion depending of the nature of the business. We are very flexible because basically we do.
Yeah, thank you to being very open, because it's important, because in Phuket entrepreneur community is growing so fast. Everyone wanna doing something because everyone see how everything grow here. Every day more and more people, new energy. People understand that Phuket is one of the best places in the world in terms of lifestyle and business, and that's why I believe you will get quite a lot of interesting discussions. So.
There's always space for people for projects that go in the vision of Blue Tree, which is to serve the community. We want to support entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And we want to work with people we like.
I see.
This is very important also.
I think it's a new trend of the business. Like back then, business was only about the numbers. Today, the business is very connected to people, right? It's very connected to vision, to like what kind of people be inside, and that's we are in a new era, I guess, right now. And like you as a Phuket resident, right? Like, how do you see Phuket yourself if we a little bit step back from Blue Tree, right? Like, how do you see why Phuket become to be so popular right now? What do you think, like, in your opinion? Before it was only tourism, now it's a lot of residents here. Yeah.
Phuket is at the crossroad of a lot of countries, I would say. It's served by many different countries, from Middle East to Europe, to Asia, China, etc. So the destination is very accessible. The flight, it's the first thing. It's easy to go. It's easy to be there. So when a destination is served by different nationality like that, the business for resident or tourist is quite linear all year long. There are some fluctuation, of course, but if one market is collapsing a little bit, the other one takes the lead. So this is the first big advantage of Phuket as a destination. That's clear. Then after, there's a lifestyle linked to Phuket itself and to Thailand itself. The culture, the food, the land of smile, all of that make people coming to Phuket very happy and very confident. And we have also to keep in mind that in a world where there's not much stability at the moment, you have also many residents that were in Hong Kong or Taiwan, or foreigners that were living in China that are looking for other places, even from Singapore, that is extremely expensive. Yeah. So you have this expatriate that come to Phuket especially, or Thailand in general, to have a better life, better quality of life.
Better quality, because for Singapore it's only 1 hour flight, super easy, super comfortable. And how do you see Phuket in the future? Let's say every my guest I ask, how do you see Phuket, let's say in 10 years? Because right now it's significant changes. You will see about only in Bang Tao 30 or 40,000 new condominiums. plenty of new villas, and then it will be new era when like everything being built, right? And we have a lot of people around, you know, like how do you see that future?
Alors, it will be very important to take into consideration the infrastructure. Because, as you said, Phuket is developing very fast. I was there 20 years ago. Here it was a rubber tree plantation, like a bit everywhere.
When I came to Phuket, there was only 2 traffic lights, you know, like zero tunnels, small tiny airport, you know, like, and today it's almost 20 people per year in terms of our airport passengers, right?
Yes. So infrastructure, and this is not in our hands, but the infrastructure will have to follow this growth. Phuket will continue to grow, for sure. There's absolutely no brainer on that. Even you see, you know that you were talking about condominiums. The market in Bangkok is stagnating a little bit complicated.
Yeah.
Pattaya, it's already quite dead for a few years.
Pattaya is quite settled, I would say, right?
Exactly.
It's just built already, and it's not much things going on there, right?
Yes,
like,
true.
Yeah, and
Yes,
it's very settled, I would say. And still Pattaya like a city, right? We on the island, it's a little bit different. So always our tourists, new people coming here, and they like bring a new blood and new energy, you know, like, because when first time person come to Phuket, at some point before it was like they look, oh, maybe it's you know, like here is a luxury villa and here is a mama noodles shop, you know, like, and how you live in this contrast. But then afterwards, in a few days, they see, wow, it's a magic happened here, you know, like. Even I always tell to my team that they don't understand which paradise they live in, and they born it. To understand the value of it, it's for many people came in. Actually, you came from France, from south of France. There's also similar vibe, I would say. You're a lucky person. You've always been in places like this. I came from the cold city, where is after September, from the beginning of October till May, it's not best place to feel good, you know. Like, but here in Phuket, we have this paradise whole season, whole year long. And for me, when I was, it was my dream also to live summertime in Europe and wintertime in Thailand. But then Thailand won, because let's say when I live in Greece, there is a 1st of October, everything closed. You know, like touristic season is so settled, you know, like 1st of October, all of the people leaving, you know, like, and just a few infrastructures works here the whole year around, you know, even summertime, many people like to come here summertime.
No, all year long you have, and served by different country, like I said, so the public holidays are different in different country, and you know, different month, different nationality at the top of the ranking at Phuket Airport. But it makes a business that is constant, that is good all year long, and that has a bright future. But infrastructure, there's a big push to do on that one. And after, it will depend a little bit also on decision of the government, if it will become a free zone in the future, if casino business will be allowed in Phuket.
That will be another boost,
Yeah, that will be some accelerator like that.
You see, if there will be some triggers that like casino or free zone that will make a big flow of cash and people here, right? But back then, if you remember, everyone expects the expo coming to Phuket and happen in Phuket. It didn't went through, but still Phuket grow anyway. You know, like even in organic way. You know, like, and that's why one way or another, I think we are in the right place. Exactly. Maybe you have some news from Blue Tree. What will come in? What's the new brands coming right now here? On some new upcoming businesses around.
Alors, I used not to tell the brand before the contract is signed. There are many brands in discussion, but I can tell you, as I said a bit before. So we just have Lucaccini joining, which is a restaurant, Italian restaurant, a very good high quality level of food that is really doing very well. We have Parma by Mozza, under Hospitality Asia. The owner has a lot of restaurants in Patong, in Pattaya, in Koh Samui, etc. I think they have 26 different restaurants. So they will take the spot in front of Tops, which was before a welcome center. So we'll have here a nice place for lunch.
Yeah.
We have also some places that are planning to expand, like Moose, that is doing very well in terms of restaurants. So they have already taken a larger terrace and looking at more expansion. We're discussing at the moment. So this as a brand. And after, we had some requests, but we don't want to take this type of brand. So recently, for example, Domino Pizza, who doesn't fit really in our premium destination that we want, so we rejected. So we are trying to have the right balance between the number of restaurants, the number of offices. We see a strong demand in offices, in working spaces. The demand is quite high on this for small units, for offices. And and we have a spa also that will come very soon. I cannot tell because the contract is not signed, but it will bring another
new energy,
and
a new flow of people. Awesome, Christian. So I'm so happy to speak with you today. You have really good energy. Really nice to meet you. I'm pretty sure that our guests will put some comments under, and we will see our subscribers. If they ask some questions, feel free to comment below. And if you will have some good news, about what's going on some announcements, you're always welcome on my podcast. I really enjoy, and thank you so much to be here today.
Thank you so much for having me, Ole. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.